Hello, it's planner time. So it is mid-year, July. First week of July, I'm recording this, and it is time to really look at what are the planners that I'm going to be using for the rest of the year, what didn't work out for me, how am I going to set things up, and I am very much excited to go through this process with you today. So let's get started. Welcome to my mid-year planner lineup. All right, so here in my entryway, I have a little bit of a buffet of planners. So these are the planners that I am going to be using, and we're going to go over these in detail throughout the rest of the video. But one of the first things that I want to do is create a system for each of my planners. I use multiple planners, they each have different purpose, and I love using multiple planners, but as you can imagine, it does take time to decide on all of these systems, to figure out how you're going to use them. It takes time to plan in all of these, and I am definitely at a stage in my career and my life where I am ready to streamline some of this, but I need, in terms of the tools and what works for me, I need to be able to still use this many planners, but I want to eliminate as many decisions as possible from my life. And that includes what I'm wearing, what I'm eating, how I'm using my planners, where to find my planners, what stickers I'm using with the planner. And I know all of those things sound like kind of trivial things, but at this point, I am trying to take away anything that's easy to take away from my life that is draining my creative energy or requiring decisions and using up my executive function, because we all have a limit to how many decisions our brains can make every day. And I find that the more decisions I make about things like, what are we going to eat for dinner, the less creative energy I have available for what's going to happen next in my story. And I feel like I've really got to streamline this process if I'm going to be able to use this many planners and things like that. And I spend entirely too much time as it is right now. Like when at the end of every quarter, I review what's working, what's not working. And one of the things that's not working is, even with my house much more organized, I talked about this in my summer reset, but I hired a team of organizers to come in and organize most of my house, and that has been a game changer. So now I want to take it up to the next level. But even with that, I still spend entirely too much time going, where's that set of highlighters that I was using with this planner? Or where did I put those stickers? Or where did I put my planner? Or anything like that. And even if it's just a few minutes every day looking for something that I can't find or whatever, it's taking up my time. And I want to eliminate as much of that stuff because it's the easy stuff to get rid of. All you have to do is organize a little better. So these are the planners that I'm going to be using. And what I want to do is go through basically each system and create a little sticker set if it applies, and a set of pens, like a pen case that goes with each set of planners, because I have so many pens in my collection that it wouldn't be difficult to be like, this is the collection that goes specifically with this. Plus I have certain tools that I use that sometimes if I'm planning in the bedroom, it'll end up there, but then I'm planning next time at my computer and I can't find these little tweezers. And it's such a small thing, but it will cost me sometimes 5 or 10 minutes going off to look for where did I put my tweezers. And I just want to see if creating a system like this will eliminate all of that. So I'm going to be creating bags or pencil cups or sticker albums for each of my main planners, or systems of where those planners go, like in this planner caddy, so that it's all together and it's not kind of all over the house and I can easily transport it, but it also has a place to go back to. Because that's been one of the biggest things about having the organizers come in, is like, I know that if I have a button, for example, it goes back into this one little space, or if I have washi tape, it goes back into this drawer or whatever. And having a space where everything goes has been so helpful for the last month or so that we've had the house really organized. So I want to just do that even more with my planners. And many of you on Instagram, if you want to follow me over at Heart Breathings, in my stories said that you were interested in seeing the thought process behind setting up these pen cases. So we're going to do it today. Let's go. So this feels like a bit of a big project and it's going to take a lot of decision making, but I really want to give myself a limit of like, okay, I'm going to figure this out in the next 30 minutes if possible. So one of the things that organizers did is they organized like things into categories and then they labeled everything. So I found this one at the top of my notebook closet that says pencil bags. And I started going through it and realized that there were some that weren't in here. So then I realized that also in my other office, there was another one full of pencil bags. So I've mentioned this before that we might start giving away some pencil bags because there are a lot of these I don't use because there's just no way I can use all of them. But I do have a definite collection of them. I also have some other things like note cards that I'll be using. I have 2 stories that I'm going to be working on. So there's a lot of little things. But as I'm making these decisions, I'm going to be thinking about what is it I do in this planner, and do I usually use all black ink? Do I use highlighters? Are there certain stickers that I use with this set? And how can I put everything all in one space? So if I need stickers that go with this, can I create some kind of large pencil bag or other system where they can all sit together? And that's how I'm going to be thinking through this as a process. And where possible, I'm going to not double up, but you'll see there are a couple of instances where it's like I'll use these Planner Kate stickers in 2 of these planners. So we're going to try our best to keep them all together if that's the case. And then I will just have to get myself in the habit of, okay, when I'm done planning with this for the day, instead of setting it on the floor or putting it beside me or putting it on this desk, it goes back to this designated location, which is going to take a little bit of time to get put together. So I basically went through this case of bags and have kind of started pulling out the ones that I think I would most like to use. And I have to tell you, I have a Lee Hit Lab green pencil case somewhere in the world that I loved. It's like one of my favorite pencil cases, and I cannot find it anywhere. And it makes me sad because I think maybe I must have lost it because I don't see it anywhere in here. But I have a lot of these sort of Erin Condren ones, and then I have some of these Simply Gilded photo albums or sticker albums in different sizes that came with the subscription box years ago. This one I actually bought at Go Wild, so I might use this. And I have everything from these sort of smaller little pencil bags. Like in the day, Simply Gilded used to come sometimes with like a photo album or a little pencil case every single month, which is where a lot of mine have come from. But now she doesn't send those as much. Also, I've got a lot of these that are Erin Condren that have been sent to me as an affiliate to review. But you can see I've got different colors of the photo albums, lots of different bags. Oh, I used to love this one. This is a nice big one. And then you've got some like this that sort of sit up. So that might be a good option to have. And I've been just trying to go through and see which ones are most likely. So like I have this super cute Hello Kitty one that's kind of a throwback to the original. If you didn't know it, this coin purse with the little milk bottle and the fish was the very first ever Hello Kitty design, released somewhere in like 1976. So very cool design, though that is not an original. And then there's also some laptop cases. I do also have some of these kind of folios that Erin Condren had, but when I was playing around with this to maybe hold my Erin Condren planner, it's so big because I have Franken planned it to be bigger than average. It doesn't actually fit perfectly, so I don't know that I'm going to use one of those this time around. But that was the first step of the process, and I have kind of identified a few things I think I might use. So I've got this Erin Condren one that folds up like a little square, but then when you open it, it sits flat, which I think would be nice for just being able to see and reach everything. Plus, it's big enough that I think it could fit some bigger things like these index cards and stuff like that. This is some of the newer Erin Condren pencil cases, and it opens a little bit like this, and then here it kind of opens this way. And as much as I love this design, I really prefer this big one. Let me know if you know how to get ink off of this fabric, because I definitely have gotten ink on it. So I think I'm actually going to put this one back in the bag. I do also have this Tokidoki, which I think is a makeup bag technically, but I really love this one because it also is nice and big. And then this is the one I've been using most recently. Let's see if I can open it with a single hand here. So you've got a little space here where I've got page flags and stickers. Then in the pin loops, I have these Zebra Sarasa clip pins in different colors. And then I have the Tombos. And this is one of the things I love about this pencil case is it's got the organization, but then it has this sort of big opening. And it's big enough to fit washi tape, all of my color-coded sticky notes. I've got a ruler in here, and I have my Tombow dual brush pens, and I've got lots of them for my color coding. Apparently I also had a cough drop in there at some point. I need to, I got this from Adrian at Procrastiplanner at InkersCon. It's not hoarding if it's planners. This feels appropriate for the moment. I have some clips. I have my whiteout tape. I have a Sharpie pen. I have my Samsung S Pen Pro. So much stuff fits in here. So I see myself actually continuing to use this particular one because it works so well for when I'm out writing. This one will probably just stay set up as is with my writing planner. Now, with this, I also am going to be using note cards. So because that now will be like a stack of 3 things, what I might do is identify some kind of small tote that is a little bit bigger that I can carry all of that stuff in, and I'll sort of show you what I mean in a minute. But for now, that is kind of a set thing. I just need to set up my plotting planner. This will be for A Mirror of Shadows, which is my upcoming Ream subscription. But I will also be setting up a different B6 Stalogy for the final book in my Shadow Demon saga. So I'll be working on both things at once, and I'm pretty excited to set both of those up in a future video. The second planner that I have that I'll go through in the main lineup part of this video, which will be probably the second half, is my Notiq cover sort of disc planner. I won't even call it a happy planner. It is happy planner discs, but everything else is custom pages. So I have a digital Dashbox cover and a lot of different things. It's not set up so different than it was before, but I have my HB90 planner sheets in here as well as my time tracking stuff. So one of the main things I'll do with this, like I said, is the time tracking. So I already have that set up in a little half pocket here from Coffee Monsters Co. and stickers from Fish and Pig with my little time tracking code here. So I don't need to keep those stickers in any kind of little bag because they're in the planner. However, one of the main things that I will use in this planner are sticker kits. So now that I'm using Happy Planner size of my HB90 planner, it fits sticker kits for an Erin Condren planner because it's the same sizing. And I have more than just this. I have an entire sticker collection of ones that I basically feel like I've just been hoarding. So I got this sticker book or photo album, I guess, off of Amazon. And it is, you can see, quite full of not only sticker kits, but also some of my most used like appointment stickers, revisions stickers, some Hello Kitty stuff, and some of my old color coding pages. And I also have in here, oh no, I don't. That's the main thing that's in here. So I will be using some of these with this planner. However, I will also be using some of these stickers with this planner, which is my Sarra Cannon promotional calendar. So I want to make sure that wherever I store these 2 planners, they're in a similar location. In my weekly planning, I also will usually, besides just the sticker kits, use some of my Coffee Monsters Co. and other sort of Etsy style Procrastiplanner stickers and things. And right now I have all of those organized in one place upstairs near my desk where I do my planning. However, I find myself going through all those different sticker books looking for my most used stickers. So I think what I'm going to do instead is spend a little bit of time this afternoon, because this purple matches so nicely, and taking my most used sticker sheets and putting them in here. So these will be my functional stickers, my social media stickers, and the things that I use mostly for work type stickers. And those will go in here so that I can stop searching through my other sticker books, even though those are nicely organized, to just save myself a little bit of time each week. So that needs to go together. I also mentioned I use these little tweezers from, I think these are from Cloth and Paper, or they might be from Honey Bee Shop. I use these all the time, especially with those little tiny stickers that I put on my color code. So those need to stay with this as well. In terms of pen, I mostly use black pen in here. And then in my time tracking, sometimes I will use some highlighters or these little click up markers. So these are Zebra Click Art. I said click up, but they're click art. And they're just fine markers, kind of. And so sometimes I will use those. So I feel like I could just leave them in the pencil cup they're in. But I also have this beautiful Tokidoki Hello Kitty collab. Sadly, it's starting to rub off some of this fake leather on the side because I've used this for so many years. But it looks so cute with this planner. And I was trying to see if I could fit these little stickers inside here, but I don't think that's going to fit, honestly. So instead, the other things that I do use with this are for sure some whiteout tape. So going into my organization here and grabbing some whiteout tape as well as this. And then I always have washi tapes and one specific black pen and other things like that I use with it. So I'm going to sort of locate and really think through what all goes with this planner, and it's going to go into this bag instead of like I don't use all these colors, so what I'll do is just take the colors that I do use and put them in here. Sometimes I like to use actual highlighters too, so I was thinking maybe this would be a good set to put with it. Or the other thing I might do is go through my Crayola super tips and see if I can find super tips that match that color coding stickers that I have, because they're all pretty like average colors, red, pink, blue, that kind of thing, and put those in here to match my color code system. And then those will stay in here. And then I can just take the little washi tape and put it in the pocket there. And then I can take the pocket on the other side and put these little tweezers in there. And what I could do also, honestly, is just only zip this up halfway. And then I can leave the sticker book in there as well, because this won't be leaving the house. This is a planner that always stays here. So that I think will fit nicely with this planner. This planner, you saw me Franken-plan if you've been watching. This is my teacher planner that is going to be my Heart Breathings content calendar. And with this one, I very clearly need these Planner Kate stickers. So I have them in, I think this is the 1-inch Planner Kate sticker book that fits something like 100 sticker sheets. So it's not full, but it has a ton of the black and white Planner Kate stickers. And these are just the icons. So this is the main sticker kits that will go with this. And I only see myself really using black pens and potentially a set of highlighters. But I don't want to complicate my life too much and have a color code for this one and a separate one for this one. So we'll see if that makes any sense, or I'll just use this with black pen. So really it's just a matter of going through and deciding which black pen goes with this, and then either attaching a pen loop to the back of it, or just putting in the habit of putting the black pen on top of the cover. This is my Sarra Cannon Franken planner. So this is all my Sarra Cannon promotional stuff, but it will also be all of my Ream subscription. So again, some of the icons that I use from Planner Kate will also be used with this, as well as in this sticker book at the back, I have all of my like Moxie Life EC horizontal sheets, and this is what I'm planning to use these sheets with the compact vertical here. So I want to make sure that these two, and it makes sense anyway, that these two content planners end up in the same location in terms of where they go back to every night. So I'll be using those. In addition, I also will be using these sticker kits that I picked out as my favorite ones with this planner as well, because it also has a vertical. So that means all of these things need to all be stored in the same location. So I'm putting some thought into that. I have a few more things that don't really require a lot of like extras. So this is my little evidence planner that I talked about in my notebook challenge at one point. That just needs a black pen. This is my sort of yearly brainstorming for 2024. It's just a potential calendar for some of my promotions and other things that are going on so that I have everything in one book. And that I think can easily just be put with these, and I can just put a black pen with that as well. I was at one point using the colorful pens, so I need to actually look and see which ones I was using with that. Might be the Zebra Sarasa felt tip pens, and I'll maybe put those in a small little pencil case like this that I can put on top of it. This little planner is really a notebook. It's not a planner exactly. It's just a A6 Stalogy. And this is going along with a secret project that I'll be working on for the next year or so. And so I'm not really going to talk about what this is exactly, but I do want to put together sorry, the kids are going to be a little bit loud. I do want to put together a little pencil case that goes with this. Now this might be a good one to put with this little guy. I wish that it would actually fit in there, but it's not probably going to close like that. But the other option would be, if I wanted it to go inside, would be to put it with this Delphonics pencil pouch. I used to have this just completely covered with all of these pens, but what happens, sadly, you can see with this one, is the more I put this in my bag, the backs of these little pins come off and then they fall off or get lost. And that's been a problem. So I'm probably going to redo the pins on the front of this. But actually, this would be probably a good option for this because I have a few things that I need to put in with this, including some highlighters and some stickers and washi tapes that I want to use with it. So it might be good to have all that in one just like thing I can pull out all at once. So I'm going to kind of set those together over here. This is my health and fitness daily duo planner. And so this is going to be basically 6 months for life. If you followed me over on my Sarra Cannon YouTube channel, you'll know kind of more what that is. But this is where I'm going to be not only doing meal planning, but also marking down some habits and other things that have to do with my health and fitness. So you can see I've kind of already started using it here in July. And so this, I really am just using a very small set of 4 highlighters and a black pen. I don't even think I'm going to use any stickers in this planner. So I just need a very small container to hold those in. And I was kind of thinking this would be cute with it. I think I might have already put some of the highlighters in here. Hold on. Yeah, so these are the highlighters. These are Rytech highlighters, and I'm not using the full set. I've just got these 3 and then one purple one that's over by the place I was using it this morning. So this kind of feels like too big of a pencil case for this when I only need this and one black pen. So I need to find a pencil case that works with this that is smaller. Now this would be maybe a good choice because it is smaller, or something that has a little like, so this is the Hello Kitty Erin Condren one that looks similar to this one, but it's silver. So I want to see, I think I had a purple one somewhere that was silver. So I'm going to keep looking around and seeing if I can find a small one like that I could attach to this that would hold these 4 highlighters. Because I was thinking about this one, but I think that's just going to be too big for the purpose. So that's my health and fitness one. I also have a couple of notebooks that I'm using for learning stuff. So I'm always taking courses. I'm a high learner. It makes me just happy to continue learning all the time. So this Erin Condren petite planner system with this beautiful Evolve, here's where these pens are actually staying better on this than on the Delphonics pouch for some reason, though they do kind of turn around a lot. But this has been great. And inside here, I'm just going to keep a set of pens. I'll share it with you a little bit more when we do the top-down version of it. So this is where I've got different ones for different courses that I'm taking or different subjects. Then I also have this one that I have only used just a little bit for some courses that I was taking, but I'm going to continue filling that out. And I was thinking I have an Erin Condren pencil case, here we go, that matches this evolved design. So this will be perfect because you've got the rose gold and the rose gold zipper. So that will go here. And I'm just gonna put the markers that I typically use with this, as well as a couple of black pens and maybe a few pieces of washi tape and stickers that can just kind of always stay with this. So these are my two sort of course and learning notebooks. My tarot journal at night is a sterling ink planner, which I'll go over in a few. And I do tend to use some stickers with it, but this whole little section, I have one black pen that's on the pen loop there, all stays inside my nightstand. So I don't think I need a particular case to go with that because this just always lives there in that one space. Then I also have, I think, all the stickers and stuff that I need to use with my story journal in this little zipper pouch. But I do sometimes use additional things like highlighters and stickers and ephemera that go in this. So I'll show you my solution to that in a minute. Then I also have a morning tarot journal. This is the ritual planner. And I need my tarot cards to go with this because I do my tarot cards at night in this planner and those stay in my nightstand. But my morning planner journal, like tarot read, is done with a different set of tarot cards. And I have these Modern Hue tarot stickers that always stay with this. So one thing I was thinking of doing is putting it in this Delphonics pouch, but I like the idea better of putting that with my secret project. So I need a different solution. I have tarot card pouches, so I think I'm going to do that. And then I think for these stickers, what I'm going to do is look for a pocket that I can put on the front that might hold all of these, or create a pocket so that I can just create that little pocket inside. But I have been using this almost every morning, but not quite. So you can see most days there's like a couple days that I didn't draw a card, but I tend to use that out here in the living room so I can be in the sun in the morning rather than in the bedroom. So those are the main planners that I'm going to be using. And I think what I'm going to do is like set this group up in my library room, which is my recording office, basically. I'm going to set up all my writing planner stuff in my writing room. I have been thinking about getting a new cart for that. So I don't know. We're going to brainstorm that. Then all of this other stuff, the secret project, the health planner, the learning stuff, and the story journal, the tarot journal, I'm going to try to fit as much of that stuff into this tote as I can, along with, I have these sort of mild liner dupes that I got off of Amazon. These are just highlighters. They're not as good as the mild liners, so I don't use them super often, but they're so pretty. So I think I'm going to set those up along the outside here so that I can use them in my story journal and my learning journal and stuff like that whenever I want a little pop of color. So I'm going to set all this stuff up and we're going to head. I'm going to work on these a little bit now that I've walked you through the process, and then I'm going to show you the final results and stuff when we do the full planner lineup coming up here in the second half of the video. All right, we have officially reached the point where we're going to actually look at these planners. Most of my pencil cases are set up and I cannot wait to share what I've done with everything. So let's go. All right, mid-year planner lineup engaged. We're going to start with my content calendars. These are going to get stored here in my library, and I'm going to put it back on the cart that they organized. So I'm going to reorganize that again. And so this one, like I mentioned before, we're just going to use this small glitter pencil pouch from Erin Condren. And I've got a 1-inch planner binder. I think this is the 1-inch from Planner Kate that has black and white icons and the horizontal. And remember, I'm going to use this sticker book with both of my sort of planners. So this will be all my content calendar stickers to a degree. Then inside, I don't have any kind of pouches or anything. And I think I actually still have, so I do have in the back here, the folder, and then I have this little sleeve. So if I need to add any extra stickers or little things like that, I can add them into the back there. Inside this planner pouch, I have the main pen that I'm going to be using with this. So this is an Erin Condren Evolve pen. This is part of their new gel pens, but I always replace the interior. So they have their own, it's a very nice gel pen, but my favorite pens are the Pilot Precise V5 pens, and they come with refills. You can just buy a bunch, and these pens fit those refills. So it's a very fine point, like 0.5 nice gel ink pen. So I use those refills. That's what I'm going to be using with this planner. And then I also grabbed some of these click art pens that are basically just fine point markers. They're not exactly highlighters, they're just markers. And I made them or picked them up in the colors that are my brand colors for Heart Breathings, which is basically navy, red, pink, mint, and black. And so I'm going to use these inside this content calendar for headers and different things like that. I think I have a little bit of an example here from the video that I've been recording this week, which is my reset. So you can kind of see how I use it here. This is just taking some of those little markers and using them for bullet points and to underline stuff. So very low stakes color coding and things like that. But this way, with having it all in one little pencil pouch, I'll never have to go searching for where's that favorite gel pen. Because right now I have a lot of different gel pens. So these are the simplified planners. These also take that same insert, and I have a ton of those refills. But what happens is I'll use this pen for a while, and this will be the pen that I'm using, and I'll use it in this planner, and it'll end up getting stuck in this desk here. And then I'll be at my other office, or I'll be in the bedroom, or I'll be at the kitchen table or wherever, and I won't be able to find this pen because it's in this room. And so now I will just keep the pens with the planner. And again, this is experimental. I don't know if this is really going to help as much as I think it will, but we're going to wait and see. And I will keep you guys updated on how that works out. So like I said, this is a touch experimental. I don't know fully how this will work out, but I'm just hopeful that this will help. And every quarter I ask myself what's not working and what is working, and that can be so helpful in determining where do I need to try something new. And I'm never afraid to try something new. See, like kind of trying on clothes. You try on a new system, and if it works, great. You add it, you tweak it, you do whatever you need to do. If it doesn't work, fine. You don't use it anymore. You do something different. But anyway, just to actually go through the planners, I know some of you watched my Franken planner video. So you have seen this already, but I always like to use a big Erin Condren. This is like the 8.5 by 11 Erin Condren planner for my Heart Breathings content calendar. So that's what this is, but it's Franken planned to be a 6-month calendar instead of a 12-month calendar. So I have to still go through and fill out my name. I'm going to fill out some of the stats that are for my like YouTube and courses and other things like that here, so I can keep track of how the next 6 months are going. Then I'm going to be tracking my videos here. So it'll be the date of the video, the title of the video, and maybe like how many views and comments that it got. And then here I'll also be tracking events. So I'm going to go through with some like transparent date dots and mark every time I have a video out, anytime I've got like a place I'm speaking and that kind of thing coming up. Then I've got the January to December little boxes here. And since I'm tracking stats on that overview page, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. This might just become a little of a journal of how the month went and how I felt, but I'm not 100% certain. And really for the moment, it's only going to be this July to December page that's important. Then we have some graph pages that I have a few ideas of how I might use that. And then we've got this little box like productivity version here. This is where I'm going to scope out kind of which videos I'm doing for the month. So this will be a brainstorming page for which videos I will do. And then that checklist page will be the ones I did. And then here we're going to kind of brainstorm what's the theme of the month and everything that I need to get done for the month. Then we'll have this monthly calendar. And then finally, we have the teacher planner, which is their new sort of vertical version of the teacher planner where you can put priorities, meetings, and then a checklist here. Then you've got 6 categories down the side, and I'm going to use admin, courses, Facebook, Instagram, newsletter, YouTube, and that's just specifically for Heart Breathings. I'm not going to put any of my author career stuff in here. This is just for my Heart Breathings, like YouTube and courses. And then you've got Monday through Friday with the Saturday and Sunday Monday columns that look like this. Now on this page, this is where I'm going to be using these stickers. So if I have recording, I'm going to put, you know, for YouTube, it'll say recording this video, or if I am taking photos for Instagram or I'm posting a video, I'll have the YouTube on there. So that's where I'll use all of these. And of course that first week didn't really get used, but we'll start using it here in week 2. And that goes all the way through December. Then at the end of this planner, I have a little, this is the student checklist from the teacher planner. And then I have a bunch of other pages that include both these 6 boxes as well as blank or lined pages. And this whole back section of the course, or sorry, this whole back section of, why is this moving so much? This whole back section of the planner is going to be for my re-record of HB90. So for the December round of the course this year, as we lead into Q1 of 2025, there will be a brand new version of the HB90 class. And I'm adding some fun new things to it, like a section for neurodivergent people, a sort of fast way to get through the course, lots of examples of how to adjust it based on, if you don't like time tracking, try this kind of things. And I think it's just going to amplify what's already in the course and make it so much better. Of course, everyone who's already purchased the course will get that for free, and anyone new will get access to the new version of the course. So it's going to be great. I'm excited to work on it. Then I'm also going to be working on redoing parts of Your Path Forward, which was my newer course for this year. So this will be my full Heart Breathings content calendar. So that's my first sort of planner. And in terms of a shift from the planner I started with this year, it's really not that much different. So the planner that I was using for this was already, it was a 12-month calendar that went from July last year to June this year. So I finished that, I used it all up, and now I'm using this new one that I have franken-planned just to be a July to December planner. But it's the same basic system, so I'm not really changing anything except that I'm adding the teacher planner pieces to it to try to put all my social media in here. Previously, I was tracking all of my social media on Notion, so I will still do that kind of thing so that I can work well with my team, but I just find that I and my brain needs a place to brainstorm how things are going to happen. So these content planners are less of planners and more of brainstorming tools. So this is where I do all my brainstorming. What if I talked about this? What if I did this theme? What if I did a video series on this? And then I also put my outlines in here. But then once I've decided what my schedule is, then it goes into the Notion content calendar that you all have seen before. So I use multiple steps to my process, and maybe eventually I'll cut one of them out, but I did try to cut the paper planner out of it and it didn't work for me. So for now, we're going to try this new system where we have our stickers and everything with it. So that is the first planner. The second content planner is the one that is for my author career, which is this Franken planner. And again, if you want to see the full process of how I Franken planned these, meaning I took all of the coils off these planners, took a bunch of planners apart and put them all back together. This one is super, super chunky, and I'm kind of wondering if I should have potentially not put this folder in the back, but I do actually love it. And the pencil case that I decided to put with it is an older Erin Condren one. They don't even make this style anymore, that has this teal color because I thought it just looks so pretty both with the coil and the colors of the planner, and it's part of my branding colors. So this one doesn't open the same way the new versions do. This is more of just a like big planner pouch opening. And what I decided to put in here is my page flags that I use quite a bit, my whiteout, and you're going to see a lot of whiteout in all of these because I use the whiteout a lot. And then I have mild liners in, again, sort of my branding colors, sort of the colors that I will be using to plan things out. So I have a darker purple for Ream stuff, a lighter purple for some of my other Sarra Cannon stuff. I've got pink, I've got mint, and then I have gray. And each one of these will have a specific color code that I'll use in my content planner. Now, in terms of what is in here, I have some tip-ins that are my vision board for the quarter. So this will potentially change next quarter. I don't know. I have some little photos and other things that are super cute here. On this page, again, I'm not sure exactly how I'll use this. I might just put my travel in here, or I might not use this one at all, or I might just mark when I did coffee chats or Twitch streams so that I have a record of that. I do have this school tracker sort of tip in, I guess you could call it, as well, that has priorities and class assignments. And I anticipate that I will use this for putting down my ream schedule that's coming up, like what things are actually scheduled out. But I'm actually going to move it to the side since this is so bulky. Until I actually start posting to ream, I'm going to leave that out of the planner. So in this planner, I'm actually going to go full sticker. I'm going to use a lot of stickers for this planner. So what will also go with this is this photo album. I'll link this if I can find it on Amazon. They had it and then they took it away for a while, but hopefully we can get a hold of it. This is from Jessica Hart's. It's just a little freebie that she included with my order, and I really liked it, so I put it in as the front of this album. But I have sticker kits in here that are technically Erin Condren kits. They're from Paper Dove Shop, Jessica Hart's, from Simply Gilded and Nikki Plus 3, and also from Sticker Guru. So I have lots of different ones that I pulled out of my collection, Hello Petite Paper, that I thought are the ones I'm most likely to use in this planner. And then I also have in the back just some extra stickers that I use quite a bit in this particular planner. So I won't be pulling this out all the time, but what I will do is when I'm planning for the week, I'm going to choose one of the sticker kits and pull it out, and then I'll just put this back where it goes. I have all of my monthly stickers are from Sticker Guru, and they're all in the back in this pocket. And basically on this one, what I like to do is go through and just mark my coffee chats and my Sarra Cannon schedule. So I have the other planner has my heart breathing schedule. This one has my author career schedule. And then in my main planner, I'll put everything all together. And I know it's a lot of different things to keep track of, but it only takes me like a few minutes to do this while I'm watching TV at night. So it's not super time consuming once a month, but it is so nice for my brain to have that separation of when I'm looking at this, I'm strategizing and thinking only about my author career. And so far, the last couple of years, this hasn't been such a big deal because it's just like coffee chats or Twitch streams or retreats or, other things like that. But now it's going to be 3 times a week, new stories going up. It's going to be promotions and all kinds of stuff. So this is about to get a lot busier. And I'm glad that I'm going to have a dedicated calendar for this brand. Then I've got a place to track stats for the week. And then you can see I went ahead and decorated this, but I didn't actually use it this week because this week was mostly a planning week. But this can give you an idea of how it will typically look. I'll decorate this with a Erin Condren sticker kit. And then on these pages or in these boxes, I'm going to put my social media plans as well as what's getting posted on YouTube, what's getting posted on Instagram, and then what's getting posted on Ream eventually as well. And again, this will only be for my Sarra Cannon author brand. So I have those vertical pages, and then I have a little separator here, and then we have compact vertical pages. Now these compact vertical pages, we're going to go back into that Planner Kate one where I had some horizontal stickers, and those will go in here. And this is where I will be specifically tracking my writing and my posting for my Ream subscription, which is going to be called the Broken Chapter Society. So I've got lots of double duty that this particular planner is going to do. I also have some productivity sheets in here that I'll be using one a week for the Ream subscription and social media that I'm going to be posting. I will also be putting some notes and other things in here. So I've got lots of notes pages for my brainstorming. And again, this planner is a combination of a vertical, compact vertical, canvas, evolved. It's got lots of different things in it. And I just love that. It's so much fun for me to do that. And I'm excited to see how this planner evolves. Now, I also forgot, I'm going to put this back in here, but I also have this little scissors that are going in here just in case I need to cut some stickers down as I'm using them. And then in the back here, I have some tweezers from Cloth and Paper and a little ruler as well. So all of that will stay bundled up with this planner, and I will be putting this sticker book, this planner, my daily planner, and the HB content calendar all in the same place in this planner cart in my office. I also was thinking, how cute is this little purple bow? Let me see if it'll fit on here. I think I can snap it. How cute is that with the purple? I love it. So I'll just put that over the top and then that will go in the planner cart. And all I have to do is just grab it when I'm ready to plan for this. When it comes to this planner and the HB content calendar, I don't use those on a daily basis. Now this purple one, my Notiq HB90 planner, I use this every day. And so it will mostly live on my desk, but when it gets put away, it'll get put away with these. But these other ones, I only pull out a handful of times a week. And this one might get more use than it has been because of the Ream subscription. But just if you're wondering how I actively use it, and something that I think I'm gonna do, you guys might have noticed it. Some of you might have been around when I did this a couple of years ago. I did like a week in my HB90 planner, and I was thinking it would be fun to do a week in my planner collection video so that you guys can see how much time do I spend on each planner a week, how often do I use it. So I would be like, here's my Monday, here's my Tuesday, here's my Wednesday, and here's the planners that I'm in. Because I realize when you're using multiple planners, if you haven't done this before, it can seem like, gosh, you must spend 10 hours a week in her planners. But that's not true. It probably comes down to, well, it sort of depends because some of my planners are more like brainstorming. So I might spend an hour in this planner on a Saturday brainstorming my promotions calendar for the month of August. But it's not just planning for planning's sake. It's like part of my work to brainstorm what I'm going to be posting, right? So it's useful planning, and it's time that I would be spending in notebooks or something otherwise. And it becomes a tool for helping to pull stuff out of my brain and get it on paper. But in terms of my actual planning time, in terms of writing things down that need to get done, it's really only a couple of hours a week, but it just looks like a lot. And it could be way less than that if I didn't use stickers, but I just enjoy the stickers. So that's part of the fun. So this is my Sarra Cannon content calendar. Then we have my Notiq planner as well. This is a beautiful Notiq cover in their midi size, which is the Happy Planner Classic size. And we have inside all my decorations here that I might kind of revamp a little bit for the quarter, but so far I'm really loving this digital dash box from Planner Press cover that I've got here. So this is a cloth and paper, just clear plastic cover. And then I just put this on photo paper so that it looks like a custom cover without having to laminate anything. Then I have this little inbox. None of this stuff has really changed. It's all pretty much the same. And I've been tracking, or had the idea of tracking some things here in the beginning, and you can see I just haven't stuck with it. So that might just go away. This is another thing from the digital dash box that I printed on vellum paper. These sort of acetate sheets are from Simply Create Doodles, more of my vision board for the quarter. And then on the back of this vision board, I have used a little Coffee Monsters Co. pocket to put these color dots. And then I have my time tracking code here. And one of the things that I was thinking of, the little pencil case that I'm going to put with this is this Tokidoki and Hello Kitty collab pencil case. And I don't need to keep these stickers in here, but I do have some other functional things that I often use when I'm using this planner. So we've got this ruler that extends out. I have my whiteout tape, which I told you was going to be in a lot of these different ones. I have some date dots from Erin Condren just in case I want to use them on my main planner to call something out. I have a couple of Tech pens that I'm going to use in this particular planner. I think I'm also going to go ahead and drop this one in because sometimes I like to use this type of pen. Or actually, I think I'm going to save that for a different one because I just remembered I have this second Erin Condren pen. This is last year's gel pen, and it again has those same inserts of the Pilot Precise V5s. Then I have some Listerine and some memo pads and some little page flags and things like that in here. But what I think I'm going to do also is go ahead and look through my Staedtler Triplus, Triplus, I don't know, fine liners, and see if I can find some ones that match this color code. So I've got the dark purple, and then would this be kind of, looks like maybe the light purple. Then we have a red. So we've got red, We've got a dark pink, which could be any of these. I think that one. Then we've got a light pink, which we've got here. We've got a blue, that looks good. A mint color. This might be the closest thing, although that's not, oh, maybe this one. That would be pretty good, I think. Then we've got yellow, and yellow is always so hard because they put so many different shades of yellow, but I think maybe that one. And then we've got just a dark green for Andrew. So there we go. I've got a matching color code to my time color code because I might want to put the stickers into this next section I have here is this hourly planner, and these stickers fit almost perfectly in it. And oh my gosh, I forgot that I do somewhere I have the little tweezers too, because that's like the main thing that I need for these little stickers. So let's say, you know, today I'm recording this in terms of YouTube. So I would just go through and I would find my little red one, and I would come to Saturday, except today is the 6th. And I'm gonna pull these out and you can see what I mean. I mentioned this before, they're not cut so well that they just come out easily. So and they're very small. So I would say, okay, it's 11:30 a.m. and these stickers fit almost perfectly in the box. Whereas some of the ones I had bought off Amazon are too big and they don't quite fit in the half-hour box. And then if I wanted to use these pens so that it really stands out in red instead of using black here, I would say record notebook challenge. And that way I can really see it bright and in color on the page rather than using black, which might not make it call out quite so much. Then the other thing I can do, since I have the color-coded markers right here, is I have this task block tracker where I am going to be writing out all of my main projects for the quarter and then how much time I estimate they'll take versus how much time they actually took, which I've done this before and it was really, really successful for me to say, like, for example, all my YouTube videos for the quarter, let's say I think it's going to take me 40 hours total to do all my YouTube videos. But then as I go through each week, I can mark off how much time it actually took. And I might find that, wow, it took me more like 60 hours to do all my YouTube videos or 80 hours. So then I know for next quarter, I better give myself more time, or I need to do less videos, or I need to cut back on how long my videos are or whatever. So I was thinking it might be nice to color code those projects based on my same time tracking color code. So if it's a YouTube based project, it would be in red. If it was a Heart Breathings or Sarra Cannon admin one, it would be in light purple, and so on. And that way I can track things off here in that same color code. And then in this same planner, besides the task block tracker, I have my A Mirror of Shadows vision board here, some to-do list pages that kind of go in and out. And then I have my monthly calendars that I was talking about that have both brands on them, like in terms of things that have to get done. I don't put my social media engagements here, but I do, when I have time, put any travel that I've got and things like that. Then we have the main planner for HB90, and the time tracking pages and everything come from HB90, but the hourly pages do not. Those I bought on Etsy, so I can link those for you below. But the HB90 planner, typically the way that I use this is I will write out for goal number 1, which is my writing goal, what are all the tasks I'm going to try to get done this week, for goal number 2, for goal number 3. Then I'll put any important notes and scheduling things here. I'll track my time here. And then once the week is over, I move that into the other time tracking section. And then I track and calculate how many task blocks did I spend on each goal this week. And then the weekly planner, like I mentioned, is just so in terms of the width of these pages to be able to use those Erin Condren sticker kits in this planner. And so I will be using that same folio that has, or folder that has, all of the Erin Condren sticker kits. And I'll just choose one for this and one for my other one and decorate this throughout the week. Sometimes I don't do that as much because I just don't want to spend the stickers or the time, but I do tend to use them quite a bit. Then every day I'll go through and put what all I want to do. And that, because I'm explaining it all at once, it sounds more complicated than it is. It's really not that complicated. On super busy weeks, I won't even do any stickers. I'll just throw some washi tape at the bottom and just make my to-do lists, and it's fine. And every week will kind of look and feel a little different based on, you know, that timing. I do have a section here in the back where I did have some plum paper pages that I was marking what my social media was going to be, but you saw now that I'm moving that into my individual content planners. So I don't really have a lot else in this planner, even though it is quite huge. So I've been thinking maybe I want to move some other things like budget stuff or meetings and things like that into this planner, but I just haven't decided what yet. But that is what is going into this pencil case, is those color-coded markers and some of those types of things. Now, I will also, I mentioned, take this little Simply Gilded photo album and put some of my most used stickers, like decorative stickers for like Coffee Monsters Co. or Instagram stickers or whatever. And I'll just throw that in here as well. And that is my main content planner that will also get stored here in my office. Moving on to my more like learning planners. And again, these aren't really planners. Technically, these are notebooks. These are not planners per se, because they don't have planning sheets in them. But these are my two main learner notebooks. And I have multiple notebooks in this one, and I'm trying something new with that. But they each have their own pencil cases, and I just think they're so beautiful. So this is last year's pencil case, and this is this year's new pencil case or whatever for the Erin Condren Evolve. And I just lost a washi tape when I did that. But anyway, we'll take these one at a time. So inside this one, I have a Rytech pen. I do have this Swarovski Hello Kitty pen as well. But honestly, I have not found an insert. Oh, where is it? I have not found an insert that I love for this pen, so I don't actually use it that often because it originally is a ballpoint pen, which I don't enjoy. So I've just got it in here kind of for decoration. I have a ruler, I have some of that whiteout tape, and then I had one washi tape in there that just rolled away. Then these don't open just from the top, they open from the side as well. And I have some of these Erin Condren dual tip markers, a Sharpie marker that can write on page flags. I have a pencil. I have some Hello Kitty pencil inserts or whatever, like lead, extra lead. And that is what I have in this pencil case. Then in the folder itself, this is an Erin Condren Petite Planner folio or whatever. I have their wraparound thing that has some pockets. So I have got some stickers and some washi tape and other things in here. More page flags and sticky notes and things like that. Then I have the monthly planner that goes from July to December 2025. And on this one is where I'm going to track the days that I spent in one of my courses that I've taken. Now, I know some of you are like me, you're high learner, you love to learn all the time, which is part of why you're here on YouTube a lot. But you buy courses, and I buy a lot of courses, and I have a lot of courses that I really, really am interested in taking that I just need to sit down and spend the time. So here is where I'm going to track how much time or how many days in the month did I actually spend taking one of the courses that I've purchased. And I'm kind of telling myself no new courses until I've taken some of these others that have been waiting for a while. And this will be my at a glance way to see like which course I was working in. When did I finish a course? When did I start a course? How many task blocks did I spend? And I don't have these courses accounted for in my daily task blocks for my HB90 plan. This is just sort of like free time spending. And then I'm going to take notes and have a checklist of which courses I have purchased and which ones I've taken and finished in this section. Then we have a couple of just lined petite planners. One that is from, gosh, which design is that? I don't even remember. Kaleidoscope or something. I don't remember. Then we've got one of the Hello Kitty and Friends ones. And then we have another Hello Kitty one. And this one is a productivity one that might have some action items listed over on the side. And then the back of that like wraparound thing, I've got some stickers in here that I'll use to decorate these, as well as a pocket that I put in that has some of the sticky notes. And what I'm going to do is I will assign each one of these sort of a topic. Like if I have a bunch of courses on writing craft, they'll all go in one. If I have a bunch of courses on manifestation, they'll all go in one. If I have a bunch of courses I'm taking about social media engagement, they'll all go in one. So I just need to decide which one is which and put them all in here. And these will all live inside my planner caddy, which I will be setting up in a different video. Then we have the second sort of learner pouch, which matches this notebook. Now this coil is from a planner, from a 12-month planner. And so I took it off the planner. I took apart 3 notebooks and then I put them all back together so that I could have one really big notebook that is a mix of lined graph and maybe some blank pages as well. And I love that I had the matching little things with all this rose gold. So I get to kind of use this. I have some of these little flare pins as well. I've got a Coffee Monsters Co. rose gold ruler, some extra washi tapes, and a Simply Gilded pen here. And then on the inside, I have some page flags and sticky notes. And then I have some of these Erin Condren dual tip focused markers with some washi tape that has some rose gold on it. So all of that will go here, and then I'll decorate any of these pages. Now with this one, I was using this specifically for some manifesting classes that I'm taking. So this will probably stay dedicated to those courses. And then I do have a divider here so that I can start a different set of courses. Like this is all my courses from Andrea Crowder, but I might put some of my courses and things that are from a different creator here. Or what I might do is keep this opening section for Andrea Crowder and then turn all the rest of this into writing craft books and stuff, the notes that I have from those types of things. So that is my learning planners. Let's talk writing planners. So these still need to get set up, and I will share more on the setup of this stuff when I get to that point. There's so many things to set up, and I want to actually get to work and not just be setting things up. I did have this leather, or it might be faux leather, Erin Condren pouch, but you can see it didn't really fit that well into it. But you know who has a new pouch? Procrastiplanner, etc. has this gorgeous new pouch that is like a carrier. She brought it to InkersCon, and I'm like, okay, I think I need to go see and make sure there's on sold out and grab one for my writing planner stuff. But I have this beautiful Aura Estelle cloud cover in purple that has a little pocket that I'll probably put some stickers in. I'm going to set up all these little cloud pockets and things. I've got a Salty Katie Co cover that will go on a B6 Stalogy, and you can see I've got some stickers already kind of stuffed in there. So this whole thing will be set up for a mirror of shadows. So the Sarra Cannon content calendar that you saw will be all my brainstorming about the content calendar, the marketing, the fun stuff I'm going to do for the subscription. This will be all about the story itself, and I will share with you the setup of that. This will be the story that I'm serializing for my Ream subscription. Then I do have also some index cards that are going in here that I will be using also for story creation. Then I showed you already this pencil pouch from Erin Condren is one of the bigger ones that I have page flags and stickers and pins. And this is all set up for my color code for The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. But I will change this out when that book and edits are finished to be for A Mirror of Shadows, which will have a different color code because it's not going to be the same type of setup of story. It's going to have one main character with some like side characters that will appear over time. So, but for now, that's the color code that's in here. And it's a little bit over full, but that's one of the reasons I like this particular pouch is you can fit so much in it and then just open it up and everything's there for you. But I do want to have some kind of pouch that all of this can go into. And for now, I'm just going to throw it in here. But like I said, it doesn't really fully fit in here in terms of all of it going in and closing, but at least it's all together. The next one that I haven't set up yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back to this Happy Planner Classic, or I do have a Happy Planner Classic cover that is from Notiq, as well as one that looks like this that is from cloth and paper. So instead of using the Happy Planner cover, I might use like the quilted cloth and paper cover. I'll just need to go through them and decide. But inside, I'll set up a new plotting planner. This is what I hate about these little dot stickers, is if they get messed with at all, these dots just go everywhere. I really need some kind of little plastic sleeve to put them in, because they just end up, you can see they're already all over my desk because they got scrunched, and that annoys me to no end. So, and then you've got other dots over here. So anyway, I will put together a new plotting planner for the book 12 of my Shadow Demon Saga instead of using a B6 Stalogy, but I need to put a little bit of thought into that. And I think this one is the planner pouch that I will use for that planner. More to come on that in the future. Moving right along, it's an epically long video. I do have another Erin Condren planner. This is a daily duo that I did Franken plan just a little bit, and then I took it apart again. Don't ask, it was just a big mess, but I put more notes pages in it. This is my health and fitness planner, and I am basically going to be using this as a meal planner and a daily tracker of what I'm doing for my health, and how my energy is. So I'm going to be tracking, when was I hungry? When did I have a headache? When did I get frustrated or feel like I was really low on energy? And just be tracking all of my symptoms in this. And I will be using a few different highlighters to go with this planner. And so I'm going to put them in this little home cube pouch that I bought years ago. It's so cutie. And I've got click art markers in the color codes that I tend to use in the health and fitness planner. And then I've got some extra little page flags in case I want to mark out certain pages. I've got some sticky notes and stickers in this little pouch. And then I have my highlighters, a few washi tapes, a little white out little thing here, some extra washi tape, and some page flags, as well as this Villa Beautiful pen that I thought just looked kind of cute with the cover. So all of that will be in here. This planner lives, and I know this one sounds kind of silly, on my kitchen table, because I tend to fill this out in the morning when I'm eating breakfast. And then I will also come back to it at lunch, and that's where I'll journal how I felt all morning, and then at dinner again. And by leaving this at my place at the table, I remember to fill it out those 3 times a day. So that's where this one stays. Okay, I also have my story journal, which many of you saw me set up. So it's got pretty much all the little page flags and stickers and things that I use in the front here, but I did add this little pen to it, so it always has one specific pen that I use. And I also need to decide which markers I might use with this, because I have been using some markers and some colorful things in it, and I just haven't been sticking with it as much as I wanted to. So this is one that I didn't have time or priority to set up a pencil pouch with, but this is going into my planner caddy that I told you I'm going to set up later in a video, and that will have all those mild liner dupes on it. So I think those are the markers that I'll use inside this planner, so stay tuned on that. I have my little cutie gaming planner, which I love this. So this is a Happy Planner Mini, back when they used to make these covers. And I'm so glad I snagged this one because I love it, but you can see it is a little worse for wear. It's been used so much that the little plastic stuff is coming off, but it's still one of my favorites and I love it. So I just took this Happy Planner Mini that I used to have, and I found this sticker from something like CBD Stickers on Etsy. I will link it down below. You were the best thing I've ever found on the internet, with a picture of me and George from our wedding 15 years ago, because we met online playing a video game. And I also grabbed this Chrissy Ann Designs sticker from Go Wild and put it in the front here. Then I have some little things that have been in here for years, so I might replace these pictures. I'll tell you, every time Evie sees these kind of pictures in my planner, she's like, "Where's Evie? You're being so mean." And I'm like, "You weren't born yet." So I need to add some pictures in of Evie, but I've got some little pages and different things in here. And for the most part, it is just going to be a place to mark down my characters that I'm playing and their levels and how often they level up. I like to play lots of different alts. I haven't gone through yet and marked my levels yet, so I need to go do that probably tonight when we go play. And then as I create more alts and as we need to see charts of like harvesting things or heritage quests and other things like that, I'll print those out and cut them down and put them in here as well. So this one will kind of grow as, you know, as needed, so to speak, over time. And this will sit up on my, just by my gaming computer upstairs. And the thing that I'm using in this is just a Sharpie pen. This is not the gel pen. This is the fine liner, Sharpie fine liner. And then I'm using some colored pencils to color in when I've gotten new levels. So those colored pencils are already in a pencil cup on my desk up there. So this one doesn't really need a lot of trappings. It's just a cutie little gaming planner. I mentioned Secret Project earlier. So this is my Secret Project Delphonics pouch. So I just threw some index cards in here, some of these Sharpie S-Note markers, which are kind of like highlighters. They're chisel tip. I really like these, but they're sometimes too dark for highlighters. So they're more like markers to underline things, and I can use them in annotating books and things like that. I also have this little My Neighbor Totoro pencil, a Sharpie S gel pen, and another one of those Erin Condren Blooms pens that has my favorite inserts in them. And then on the other side, I don't think I have anything in here, so I might add to that if I decide I need it. By the way, I also have this limited edition Hello Kitty head here, and I have number 20 out of only 80 made, and I love it. It's so cute. It's from La Vidriola. Inside the pouch, I have my A6. This cover is from just a Hobonichi Classic size, but I have a Stalogy in here instead of a planner, and I'll be tracking my secret project. I probably will go ahead and set up these pockets as well, because you know me, you know I love to do that. I have this Bless Your Heart sticker that I got in San Antonio that I want to put in here as well. And I have this Kiki K cherry pin that I'm going to be using in here. You guys know I love cherries. My word of the year is cherry on top. This is a little decal that came from Tokidoki. So all of this will be tracked in here. Then I've got some stickers that I'm going to use in here. And actually the stickers that I will use are little Hobonichi Weeks stickers. So I'm just going to put all of those in here. Then I have some page flags. I have a few different colors of Stabilo highlighters, and I have a whole little section here of washi tapes and whiteout, some page flags and sticker flakes, as well as some sticky notes for different things that I'm going to be writing in here. And at some point, I will share with you what the secret project is, but for now, it remains secret. This will also go inside that planner caddy. Some final notebooks are my tarot notebooks. So I love to use tarot as a spiritual and personal growth tool. So I read my own tarot cards, one card every morning, one card every night. I have been using this ritual planner for my morning tarot reads, and I was looking for a pocket that I could put these planner stickers in, the tarot stickers, and couldn't find a pocket big enough. So I just decided to clip them on, which also works. And this one, the only stickers and other things that it gets are really just the ones that are at the front, but sometimes I will highlight certain things. So this planner also will go in the planner caddy that will have those mild liners in it. So I'll use those for any of the ones that I want to use. Somebody here on my channel also sent me this beautiful gift of this dragonfly sort of art pouch. And so I have put inside this dragonfly platinum preppy pen that I'll be using to write in the planner. And then inside I have my tarot cards, and I'll put the guidebook with it as well in that planner tote. Then at night, I use this Aura Estelle with the Sterling Ink B6 planner. And I did just switch this out for part 2, which has July through December in it. And I just mark in this first section what's the tarot card I got for the day. And then in the weekly section, I'll say what it means to me. And then in the journaling or in the blank pages, I'll put in here some stickers that I'm using at the time, usually journaling stickers like these from Jessica Hart's or some of these from Sticker Guru. And I will mark my journaling thoughts. So this, even though I call it a tarot journal, is really my main journal. And because I use this and my 5-year journal every single night before bed, these just live in my nightstand. So that's where they will stay. And I don't really need a lot of markers or anything like that with it. So I just have this one less is more pen that I got from the Cloth and Paper subscription. And then I just put whatever stickers I want to use for the week in there, and I switch that out every week. So this one will go in the planner caddy. This one goes back in my nightstand. Another set of things that are going to go in the planner caddy, I have this notebook from Coach that I also have inside an A5 Stalogy in here. And this has my work with a subscription, like a membership I belong to that is a personal growth membership. And so I go through the monthly and weekly exercises in that, go into this little notebook. And again, this one doesn't really need a lot. I will probably use some washi tapes with it. I will use maybe some highlighters. So this will also go in that planner caddy where I'll have a bunch of that kind of stuff stashed, as will this 2024 Ashley Shelley planner that I've just been using to kind of brainstorm when I'm going to do the boot camp or when I'm going to have some other things like that. And it just goes with these Sarra clip pins. So those will also go in that planner caddy. And then the final thing that goes in the planner caddy is going to be this evidence notebook. This is a little passport size or pocket size, I can't remember, of the Sterling Ink planner. And I've just been putting in here evidence of things. So let's say I'm working on being more confident. Anytime I have evidence from my life or from a comment somewhere, or like maybe one of you were to say, gosh, you're just really glowing with confidence lately, I might screenshot that and print it out and put it in this planner to say there's evidence that my confidence is growing. Or let's say I had a dream to someday be able to do a book cover reveal on Good Morning America. And I see that one of my favorite authors is doing a book cover reveal on Good Morning America. I might screenshot that or journal about it and be like, if she can do it, I can do it. And that becomes evidence that my dreams are coming true. Just little things like that. I've been putting that in here and it's been really, really fun to do. And then I also have this little Canon Ivy printer that uses no ink to it. It's got the zinc papers in it. So I'm going to put this little printer along with all my little extra papers into that planner caddy. And I was hoping maybe to set that up today, but I'm just not going to have full time to do it. So we will set that up in a separate video. And the final planner that I have is this Life Admin planner that has all of my budget stuff in it currently. So I keep track, and this is why I don't really share it a lot. It sometimes has things like, look, there's an exercise tracker that I didn't stick with, but it has like a yearly gist list. I put all of my gist lists in here that don't belong in my main planner. And I also have all of my financial stuff in here, as well as stuff about kids' shots, kids' school events, the like updates on when our oil was last changed in the car, when the tires were last changed, all of that kind of family stuff goes in this planner, but it's more private stuff that I don't really share here on this channel. But the main pen that I use with this is this Villa Beautiful black pen that looks gorgeous with this cloth and paper cover. And I don't tend to use any stickers in here. So this one is just kind of complete on its own. And this will go on the planner cart here in my office. So deep breaths. That is my main mid-year planner stack. Now, some of you who were around for the beginning of the year and you watched my planner lineup for this year might be asking, and I've gotten this question quite a bit, have you been using your Moxie Life planner? And the sad truth is no. I really love the Moxie Life planner, especially now that it has the spiral to it, but it's mostly the way I was using it for personal growth. Like, how are things going with your finances? How are things going with your relationships? And even though the planner itself is really beautiful and functional and comes with, you can buy it with all these stickers and matching pins, which is so my vibe, I found that I wasn't using it because of all these other tools for personal growth, like my 5-year planner, my evidence journal, my actual journaling, my fitness planner, and things like that. And it just never vibed with me. And I have thought about pulling it out for the 6 month and trying again, and maybe I will, but it just was taking up more time than what I ended up having to answer all the questions when I'm already in my HB90 planner answering similar questions and doing that work in my journaling. It just felt redundant, and I already have so many planners. I just didn't find that the time was valuable, but I do recommend that as a planner because I think if you're not already doing some of that personal growth and reflection, it's a very amazing tool for that. But I'm just already doing all that work in different systems that I ended up turning to more often than that planner. I might be getting a sneak peek also of a Laurel Denise planner, so stay tuned for that. And then the final thing, of course, which isn't going to show up great with the lighting here, is I am using my HB90 digital goals planner on my new Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. This is the fan edition, which is the 10-inch smaller edition. This, I think, is the least expensive Samsung tablet that you can get in the S9 Galaxy Tab, and I love it. I love the pen. I love the fact that it's Samsung, so it matches with all my phones and my laptop and everything else. And I'm using the app Penly to use the digital planner, and I've really been enjoying it. A few other things I got with this tablet, which is similar in the way that I was using an iPad, but the aspect ratio is very different. It is much wider, but slimmer, if that makes sense. I bought TM Halliday's digital workbooks that are also hyperlinked. So I bought her character one, her fantasy workbook, and her world building workbook. I haven't used them yet, but I just was so impressed with her speech at InkersCon, which, by the way, if you want to do InkersCon, it is coming up in just a couple of weeks, and you can get $50 off with my code Sarra24. I will have that linked below. But I was so impressed with her InkersCon speech that I was like, I got to check out what she has to say about world building. So I bought these digital ones when she had a bundle on her website. And then I also, just for fun, bought this super cute cozy planner off of Etsy. This was like $30, and I don't necessarily know even how I'll use it, but I just thought it was so cute that I wanted to kind of play around with it. And it's undated, so you might see this show up in my yearly planner lineup for 2025. But you can put this pen at the top like the iPad, or there's a little spot for it in the back as well. So I'm going to be using this now instead of Good Notes on an iPad. Okay, that is it. If you have stuck around to the end, I have a feeling this video will be about an hour and a half long. So if you have been here the whole time and have made it all the way through this epic video, I hope that you will leave a notebook emoji or a purple heart emoji down in the comments so I know that you stayed to the end. If you are new to this channel and you love productivity, notebooks, planners, and just discussion on personal growth, then I hope that you will hit that subscribe button and come join us in this amazing Hearties community. It's such a great place on the internet, and I love you all. Also, if you want to join InkersCon, if you're a self-published author or you're an author looking to up-level your career, InkersCon is the best digital conference for authors out there, and you can join for $50 off with my code Sarra24. And of course, don't forget that Publish and Thrive will be opening soon, so I hope to see you in that class if you are an author. Otherwise, thanks so much for hanging out. This video did take the place of our Heart Breathings notebook challenge for the month, but because it's been so long, I don't want to just shove a diverse read and a giveaway here at the end where fewer people will see it. So I will add that into a video coming up in the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.